look to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Are you ready?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mills now. And he's got his target, Harris. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Texans had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action now. Mills. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got yards out. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. On play action, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On the give, this is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action. Mills. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
3rd and long for Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
On the 6.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A short gain of just over over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Mills. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. In motion left is Watkins. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Final play of the half, Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Play fake, Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football. And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance. And he did. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down. quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And some room to run now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. David Montgomery, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield now, Lawrence. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Lawrence on third down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At their own 11. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mills. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Foyesade Amuakin. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down throw for Mills. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a